7 daily habits that have changed my life. Let's go. The first habit that has really changed my life is not using my phone 30 to 60 minutes after I wake up and 30 to 60 minutes before I go to bed. I know it sounds cliche, but you guys seriously need to stay on this video and hear this. Most of the time when I check my phone, I'm actually not looking at positive content.
In the mornings, the only time I really use my phone is just to turn off my alarm, and then I just leave it there on my dresser and get started with my day. Like, I'll make my bed. Most of the time, if I just check my phone, it's just a thread of text, and then it leads me to use other stuff. So let's get going and make my bed.
The first 20 minutes after you wake up really tend to govern your day. Have you guys experienced a day where you woke up to something really sad and it kind of ruined the rest of your day? It's so important to have that positive energy in the beginning of the day. It can seriously affect how you feel throughout the rest of it. So you want to start your day being in a proactive state, and a reactive state is just responding to everything. Oh my gosh, I had this email I have to respond to. My friend shared this thing with me on Instagram. All this stuff is happening in the world. That is gonna get you off track on your goals and not on focus. I just feel so much more clear-minded in the morning. I'm much more grateful because I'm actually focusing on my surroundings and not this tiny screen. And 30 to 60 minutes before I go to bed, I just go to sleep so much easier. I remember I used to listen to ASMR. I have not listened to ASMR, guys, in like 3 months. If you listen to ASMR, that's great, but personally for me, honestly, just not using my phone 60 minutes before I went to bed got me to sleep way faster than listening to ASMR would. The second thing is meditating. I know all of this sounds so cliche, and I used to watch these like daily habit videos and I was just like, yeah, drink lots of water, like that's great. But now that I'm actually doing these things every day, like these are things I genuinely do. I'm not just going on Pinterest and getting a list for you guys and reading it. Meditating really starts my day off right. I've noticed that some days where I don't meditate, I just feel so anxious. I feel like so many thoughts are just going in my head, and meditating is not just sitting there and not doing anything. I actually go on YouTube and I have a playlist of my favorite meditations. I will sometimes try new ones and then I'll add them to my playlist, but I like to stick with the ones that I love because certain meditations just aren't really my vibe. And I do guided meditations because I'm still pretty new to meditating. Listening to a guided meditation where they're taking you through it is just much easier. There's visualization meditations, just so much other things that you can get into. Honestly, a 5 to 10 minute meditation works well for me. You don't have to do it forever. It's just a great start to your morning. It's such a habit for me now. So working out in the morning has changed my life. I never thought I'd be a like workout in the morning type girl. I would always work out at like noon or 5 p.m. I was never the type to work out at like 8 p.m. but I never thought I'd be like a 6 a.m. workout girl. But working out every single day really keeps me energized. I wake up pretty early. I don't get a lot of sleep in the week, I think. I mean, I try to get at least 8 hours every night, but sometimes things come up. But working out in the morning is almost like caffeine to me. Caffeine, I react really badly to it. I get anxious when I have caffeine. I recognize that working out and then following it with a cold shower keeps me so hyped for the rest of the day. Like, I have energy even when it's 9 p.m., even though I woke up super early. This morning, I wasn't really feeling like working out, so I skipped my workout, and then at 11 a.m., I was literally so sad and my mood was so down because I didn't work out in the morning. So then I just worked out at noon. I just really need that dopamine hit to feel good in my day. Like, I'm literally addicted to it. So I definitely recommend that you guys do that, and morning workouts tend to be more effective than workouts later in the day, at least for my body. Also, I heard that working out and just being a morning person is so beneficial because let's say you go to work or school and there's like a box of donuts that someone brought. You're less likely to grab that because you just had your morning workout. And also, doing things in the morning just makes me so much more confident, honestly. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be like, yo, I pulled an all-nighter last night, I'm so productive. I don't really feel that. Self-confidence is seriously going to be such a ripple effect in other areas. The fourth habit that has really helped me is getting 10,000 steps every day. Obviously, there will be days where I don't reach it, or if it's like a hardcore editing day, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna edit today. But when I was in school, I realized that I actually wasn't being active every day. I had basketball practices like 3 times a week. I would get like 15,000 steps. But when I was in school, I would get like 5,000 steps, and I wanted to actually live a lifestyle where I was being active every day. I don't have to be, you know, lifting weights, running 5 miles every day, but just getting 10,000 steps is such a good basis level just for staying healthy, you know what I mean? Some tips on getting 10,000 steps daily is kind of spacing it out. So I try to get 5,000 steps before it's noon time because that's just when I'm most active. Like, I walk up and down my street so much. My neighbors always see me. It's actually kind of embarrassing. Like, I'm always walking on the street, but it's just a great time to get outside and enjoy the nature. So the next habit is when I'm hungry, I drink 16 ounces of water before I have my meal because a lot of the times I think I'm hungry, but I'm actually like bored hungry. A lot of the times I'll eat because I'm stressed or I'm bored. Those are just not good reasons to be eating. Eating should be for fueling my body. But I find that this is really helpful because I'll be hydrating myself, and sometimes after I'm like, yeah, I'm not even hungry, I was just bored.
You're bored?
I'm talking to my cat. I'm filming B-roll. Your body is 70% water, so you should be feeding it 70% water. I mean, I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you guys what I've heard and what has been working for me recently. Some of these habits might not work for you, but I seriously think that you guys should give it a go. I'm not gonna say too much about this next habit, but going to sleep with a clean bed, just a clean room in general, has really been helping me because a lot of the times physical disorganization leads to stress for me, and it's great to just go to sleep with a clean bed, not have all these things to worry about. I clean my room, I think, like 3 times a day. Honestly, just doing it for like 2 minutes even can really make a difference. Don't let things pile up and then just clean it once a week. The 7th habit is reading before bed, and I personally only read before bed. I think that once I start school, this might change, but I feel like I've associated reading with sleep, and if I read in the middle of the day, I just get kind of tired. So at this current moment, I am reading 2 books. I was reading one and then I got kind of bored with it, so I've just been switching off the 2 just based off of what mood I'm in that night. This is Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It basically talks about how successful people did work hard, but they also had opportunities and privileges that made them successful. And then this is a negotiating guide. It talks about how you can win in situations. I want to be a CEO, so I'm reading books that are going to help get me there. I still like reading fiction. Like, I don't only read nonfiction, but I love nonfiction books because I feel like I'm actually getting something out of it. I never thought I'd become a reader, but I think I read at least like 3 books a month. I'm really not trying to brag, guys. I'm just like trying to show you guys how my life has changed because a lot of these habits I wasn't doing before quarantine, but quarantine really changed me, and I think that it's so nice how we can take something that's bad into such a beautiful thing. Like, I don't want to go back to the old me. Oh, I'm gonna give you guys a bonus tip, a bonus habit that I recently started doing. I've started writing down my dreams. I really enjoy doing this because it's crazy how many dreams that we have that we just forget. And now I think every other night, or even more than that, I remember my dreams very vividly. I just want to have a really interesting dream life because once we're going to sleep, it's kind of boring, and might as well remember your dreams. I write them all down on my journal.
So this is my dream journal, and I vividly remember my dream from last night. I'm so grateful for that. Honestly, I'll just go into tangent about my dreams.
I'll literally have like 3 pages of a vivid dream. It's crazy, guys. I'm remembering them so much better. I don't know the exact scientific benefits to writing down your dreams, but I know there are benefits. Those were all the habits I have to share with you guys. Make sure to follow my Instagram because I also update you guys on new habits that I'm implementing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.